I'm Josh Ryan, licensed professional counselor, and this is Pause and Respond, the framework for emotional control, disciplined thinking, and better decisions under pressure. And this is the Sunday edition, where we talk about questions that listeners send in and try to understand. And today we're talking about one of the fastest ways people damage relationships, lose trust, and create regret in their lives. Saying things they didn't actually mean, just because they were emotionally activated in the moment. The question centers on why we do this and how to stop it. You're in a conversation, something hits you wrong, maybe you feel criticized or disrespected, possibly even misunderstood or ignored. And suddenly, your body speeds up, your thinking narrows, and your tone changes. And before you even fully process what's happening, you say something. Too fast, too sharp, or too emotional. And almost immediately afterwards, you begin to feel it. That sinking feeling. That internal voice that says, I shouldn't have said that. And now you're stuck with the tension, the damage, the fallout, and the replay loop that continues after it. Most people think they say hurtful things because they're angry. That's not usually the full story. Most impulsive communication is actually coming from feeling overwhelmed, or fear, or insecurity. Maybe they have built up pressure and they've emotionally flooded and lost control. This is important to understand. When your nervous system becomes activated, your brain gets slower. Your survival brain gets louder. In survival, communication sounds like attacking, defending, blaming, shutting down, proving, or controlling. Most people try to control their words without learning how to slow that nervous system underneath the words. So they keep saying things like, I need to communicate better, or I need more patience. Maybe even I need to stop doing this. But information alone doesn't stop or slow emotional speed. Only training does. And here's what many people miss. The damage is not always the volume of what you said. Sometimes it's the timing, the tone, the emotional force behind the statement. Because people remember how they felt around your reactions more than they remember the volume of how you said them. People recognize when that sarcastic comment you fired off too quickly. They recognize that text message that you sent without thinking. The defensiveness that escalated an entire conversation. The shutdowns that made someone feel abandoned. Or maybe it's even the truth you delivered without the appropriate regulation. And afterward, you sit there thinking, that's not who I want to be. And that's where regret actually comes from. Not just I said something bad, but my reaction didn't match my values. And that gap creates the internal conflict that so many of us feel when we allow our emotions to overpower our values and our goals for our relationships. This is why I talk so much about emotional speed, because emotionally reactive people are often moving too fast internally. Their body reacts before their mind evaluates. And without the evaluation, there's no filter against our values or our goals. It's just immediate response and relief of the immediate emotional tension that we're feeling. And when this happens, the emotion speaks before the values engage. Continuing to do that will always leave you in a position of having to re-clarify or repair later. The pause in this, the slowing of that emotional reaction, this is where people get confused. They think that slowing down means that they're somehow losing or backing down, or that they've become passive in the conversation. But the pause is not a demonstration of weakness. The pause is a demonstration of control. Control allows one to take what they're feeling, match it against their values, and communicate it clearly. Let's look at a few tools here. Most people don't recognize activation until after the damage happens. I challenge you to start paying attention to talking faster, when you start interrupting, when your chest or jaw tighten, when you begin to feel mental urgency, that need to make your point now. That urgency is usually your nervous system trying to protect you. It's trying to put you into the fight of the flight or fight mode. It's allowing you to insert a point that somehow justifies or explains or communicates logic and reasoning for action or inaction in a different scenario. Urgency creates that impulsive communication. Regulation, though, creates intentional communication. Not every emotional reaction deserves an immediate response. Sometimes emotional intelligence sounds like, I need a second, or maybe, let me think about that, or even saying, I don't want to respond too quickly right now. These responses aren't avoidance. They represent maturity. They represent understanding in the moment that it's necessary to process and understand and measure against value systems before responding. That doesn't demonstrate weakness. That demonstrates care and concern for the relationship. People struggle with this pause, though. They struggle big time. Number one, it feels uncomfortable at first, all right? Especially for those of us who grew up around conflict. Maybe us that fear being unheard. Ones that have been taught to associate silence with weakness. Or those folks that feel the pressure to automatically defend themselves. So over time, they've taught themselves to react fast, to regain emotional control or the illusion of it as quickly as possible. The irony here, though, is the fast reactions create more loss of control and the need to go back and repair later, which is more uncomfortable than the pause itself. And this is kind of where we connect this back to the last episode, because after you were saying something impulsively, what happens? The reply starts. Now you're analyzing, regretting, defending internally, trying to undo it mentally. And that leads us to that mental loop. Now, the goal here in our responses is not perfection, right? We're going to have emotional moments. The goal of pause and respond and improving emotional intelligence is not never reacting. The goal is to reduce the distance between activation and awareness. That's the emotional growth. People who become emotionally reliable over time learn how to recognize activation faster. They recognize how to slow and when to slow their conversations down. They pause before they escalate. And when they do escalate, they repair fast. They don't wait and stew on it. They go back, they take accountability, and they move forward. Not because they're naturally calm people, and some people get it and some people don't, but because they took the time to train it. So before responding emotionally, ask, what outcome am I going to create if I give this response? Not am I right? Not do they deserve this? But where is this response taking this conversation? And that question changes everything. The strongest communicator in the room is usually not the loudest. They're not the fastest or the most dominant. It's the person who can stay aligned with their values, even when emotionally activated. Now, if this episode hits, the next one you need to listen to is how to stay calm when someone pushes your buttons. Because next we're going to deep digger into the triggers, the emotional escalation, and how to stay grounded when someone else is emotionally reactive. And if you're serious about building this type of emotional control, and you're looking for methods to train these skills, take some time, go to the Pause and Respond website, pauseandrespond.com. All right, I've got the original book up there, some additional books and workbooks and training videos. Please take some time and look at those resources. The object of building this is to change the outcomes that we're experiencing in our lives. It's not to gain insight for insight's sake. It's to be able to take that insight and awareness and turn it into application that not only improves our relationships, but role models for those around us so that they can improve theirs. This is Pause and Respond. We're not trying to become emotionless here. We're trying to become reliable under pressure. So stay with the process. Follow the show so you don't miss the next episode. Because next time we're talking about how to stay calm when someone pushes your buttons without losing yourself in the reaction. Less reaction, more choice.